Hey, what's up everybody? Dude, I have some beef with you guys. On my iPhone 4 in 2018 video, you guys kept telling me in the comment section that it was an iPhone 4S and how I'm ugly and how this and that. And guys, I double checked and it was not an iPhone 4S. I wish it was, because then I wouldn't have to purchase an iPhone 4S, but whatever. So we're going to be talking about the iPhone 4S in 2018, how it holds up, how it does, how it calls your mom, all that stuff. Now looking at the front, I mean, it looks fairly decent. I don't think this is the best designed iPhone. I think the iPhone 5S was, but this is still pretty up there. It looks very beautiful. It's pretty small, it's actually very, very small, but it's actually very heavy. It doesn't feel cheap at all though. It has a 3.5-inch screen on the front, which still looks kind of good, since it's so small. It kind of, I think it like scrunches the pixels together, so it makes it look better. That's just a theory of mine. It has the OG charging port on the bottom, and guys, honestly, like, orange and glad that Apple changed that to the lightning port, because I couldn't even imagine having this huge of a charging port on it. I feel like so many things could go wrong. We also have glass on the back. I'm not a big fan of it. Even on the iPhone 10 and 8 Plus and all those, I don't like glass on the back. It's just like one more thing that could break and chip. And my Nexus 4 had a glass back and that cracked within like the first week or two. And I just never looked at it the same. Turning it on, we have iOS 9.3.5, which is actually kind of, recent for how old this phone is. And the reason being is because this phone got one extra year of support from Apple. So usually they get like 4 versions of iOS or 5, I don't really remember. But this one got an extra year. So it was supposed to stop at iOS 8, but it got iOS 9.3.5. Now, on a lot of devices, iOS 9.3.5 was really good. It ran very well. But on this one, it doesn't run that well. I think the iPhone 4 is smoother in terms of performance than the iPhone 4S is, just because of the software version, even though the iPhone 4S is more equipped and has better specs and all of that. And I was having this weird glitch on 9.3.2 where the App Store wasn't even working, and like I would go in it and it would open but it wouldn't load anything. I updated to 9.3.5 and now it works, but it was kind of weird, like I couldn't figure it out. Multitasking is kind of strange as well. Sometimes I had the same problem with the iPhone 4. Sometimes it would load an app and then it would immediately restart it, which is understandable. It's an older phone and it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM, so can't really, hold that much in the background. It's not a big deal, because I don't personally use it all the time, but I could see how it would become a problem for a lot of people. But lighter tasks such as, Snapchat or listening to my songs I made on SoundCloud, which aren't that bad either, soundcloud.com/simplealpaca. Overall, just the whole OS seems laggy compared to today's standards, and it has the Apple A5 chip. It's not really favoring this phone either. But I will admit, guys, this is an older phone. If I compared it to today's phones, obviously there's going to be a humongous difference. But is it negative that I do compare it to older phones? I don't think so, because it kind of shows how much phones have improved since this point. And gaming is okay as well. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. Maybe a 4. The phone gets hot, but a lot of games are still supported on this thing, which is a good thing. But I feel like in the next upcoming years, they're going to limit the amount of apps, because I feel like all apps are going to need iOS 10. I mean, a game like Fortnite needs iOS 11 in order for it to run. So we're moving in that direction. iOS 9 is going to be unsupported, just like how iOS 7 on my iPhone 4, a lot of apps weren't even compatible with it. So I feel like they're going to do that soon. The cameras are okay as well. They do their job. Their cameras, they'll take a picture or whatever you want, but the camera app is somewhat glitchy. I'm not a huge fan of it. It runs fine on my iPhone 7 Plus and stuff, but on this version, it doesn't run that well. I would rate the overall camera probably a 4.5 out of 10 as well. That's kind of weird, the gaming in this matchup. It doesn't have slow-mo video. It doesn't have any cool features that the newer iPhones have, but it gets the job done. Like I said, it takes a picture of anything. It takes videos as well. So battery life is also not that good. I'm not even close. I could probably get like 2 or 3 hours of usage out of it. Because the phone is so old, the battery's deteriorated. That's just how it rolls, But standby time is pretty decent, I'll give it that. I could probably let this phone like 2 days, 3 days off the charge and it would still keep its battery. Whereas like my iPhone 6S would probably die within like 2 days. So I would say the iPhone 6S and iPhone 4S in terms of standby time are actually pretty similar. Now, should you go out with your dog and your cat and buy the iPhone 4S? The answer to that is obviously no. You should not go out and buy the iPhone 4S in 2018. And that goes with anybody. Usually I recommend it like, 13-year-olds can do it or like older people can do it. No, nobody should get this phone. The reason being, it's not that fast. It's not going to get any faster. It's not getting any more updates. And on top of that, the security, because it kind of left off in iOS 9.3.5, which isn't the most secure version of iOS, that's kind of a hard place to leave it too. I mean, if you have it now, I'm surprised you even gotten this far with it. I want you guys to leave in the comment section like iPhone 4S gang or something like that, because I'm going to pin one person to say that. Probably, I don't know. This is not a safe idea for a daily driver. If you need a smaller iPhone, I would highly recommend getting an iPhone SE. That's probably the best in terms of speed, performance, and portability. That's an amazing phone. I'll leave links in the description for an iPhone SE. I'll also tell you to go to flawlessphone.com, where you can get the best prices for all this stuff, phones, accessories, Galaxies, iPhones, all that stuff. You can check all that out, flawlessphone.com. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button so I know you're vibing with me. Hit that subscribe button as well, dude. We're getting close to 40,000 subscribers. Once we hit 50,000, I'm probably gonna cry. And once we hit 100,000, I'm gonna do the opposite of crying. So like whatever the opposite of crying is, I'm gonna do that. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.